Sup, name's Emphisee and I am an Asian non-professional artist. So today I decided to finish my previous animation. Yeah, for once something on this channel is actually being taken from a short and properly finished. I just didn't expect it to be animation. Honestly, animation has always felt difficult and out of reach for me. And spoiler alert, it kind of still is. But after going through a theory review and trying out a few techniques in practice, I discovered a lot of new things. And that's what really matters. Now I'd like to take a look at an interesting video I came across on YouTube. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into the point.
Hi, my name is Dong. I'm a Canadian animator in the Japanese animation industry.
No one can really teach you better than someone who actually works in the field and has real experience with animation. In this video, the artist creates a 4-frame animation of Tanya, a character from the anime Yujo Senki. The process is split into 4 main stages: the rough animation, the so-called tie-down animation, cleanup, and coloring. In this video, we will focus on the rough animation, while the other stages will be covered in the future videos. Rough animation, obviously, is a sketch of a future animation. It includes the keyframes, the placement of light and shadows, and other important details. As you probably guessed, the core idea of the animation needs to be established at this stage. My previous animation already had an idea and keyframes, but it never got a proper execution, since it was basically just a template for a character. There were no details and no defining features. So to make a solid animation, we first need to make a rough sketch of a rough sketch. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. To do that, I imported my old animation into a new project, using the same layout template as the one from the video. The creator left a link to the template in the description, but I'll duplicate it here just to make things easier. Now onto the character design. I prepared the design before, you might remember it from my previous video, which actually became the base for this animation. From here on, I created an animation cell in a new animation folder, then set up separate layers for the head and the body. That way it's much easier to edit everything later. The main challenge with the head is the hair. It's hanging down and part of it goes behind the back, so I roughly split the hairstyle into larger chunks and block them out with simple lines. It's a rough sketch after all, so I don't need to be accurate this much. As for the body, there is nothing new there. I use the body outline to place the clothing elements. And of course, I can't forget about the massive wound running across the body from the shoulder down to the navel. And that's how the first day went. On the second day, I focused on lightning and shadows. I won't lie, figuring out the right placement for shadows and highlights is still a mystery to me, especially when I look at other artists' works with their own style and approaches to animation. After that, I just want to go outside, light a cigarette and think about the meaning of life. Anyway, the artist chose 2 different pairs of blue and red shades, one set for the outlines and another for the inner areas. I'll do the same. Okay, so first things first, you need to decide on the light source in advance and figure out where it's coming from. Depending on its position, you try to understand where the shadows will fall, draw their outlines, and then roughly fill those areas in. The same goes to the highlights, but in this case I don't need much to do. Or at least I think so. Something like that. The second step is done, and now we can move on to the next stage.
Are you sure about that?
That's what I thought. While drawing the shadows and highlights, I completely missed a bunch of details on the outfit that needed fixing. I can say this now. Always check and double check your rough sketch. I get lucky that most of the character's body isn't moving. Yet. Because if it were, I'd have to fix every single frame. Anyway, the chest piece was missing its straps, the shoulder plates under the cloak were completely blank, and the armor itself didn't have the scales it was supposed to. After fixing all of that, I can finally move on to importing the eye animation. This animation is pretty simple and consists of 4 keyframes, also a small trembling pupil animation to show surprise. All I need to do is trace everything from the previous rough animation and make a few adjustments for the next stages. Well, that's all for now. What happens next, you'll find out in the next part, where I'll share my idea. I hope so, at least. And in the meantime, you can join my Discord server, where there's not much going on, but you can still connect with me if you'd like. Yeah, I'm not much of a talker, but I guess it's better than nothing. So thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next video.